Welcome to Focus Garage. Today we're going to talk about the 2018 Chicago Auto Show. What was cool about it, what was not, what we have seen there, and what was the new thing that they released.
Yeah, all right. Do you want to just kind of start off, what were your overall thoughts on it? I know we started the channel last year with the 2017 Auto Show, so this is kind of, coming full circle with it. And last year we said it was a big letdown.
Yeah.
Do you feel better about this year?
I'm half and half. There were more interesting cars at Chicago Auto Show actually than last year. I think overall I would say I'm pleased with it.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is that a lot of people kind of oversee with the Chicago Auto Show is we kind of get the short end of it. A lot of the other auto shows like Detroit, New York, California, sometimes they get like new sports cars, stuff like that. The Chicago one's usually known, for like trucks and like crossovers and minivans. So that's usually what we get as a market. So yeah, it's not nearly as exciting as like a release of like a new Corvette or something. But last year we got to see the Pacifica. But
but this year we saw the new Edge ST, which everyone is talking about. They're like saying that Ford is actually letting down the enthusiasts and all that stuff. But think about it. Someone needs to make money selling these cars so we can have good cars like Focus ST, Focus RS, and Fiesta ST. Yeah. So I say kudos to Ford for making an Edge ST. It's a pretty cool car. It comes with a 2.7 liter twin turbo, all-wheel drive, 10 speed.
Yeah,
10 speed. Yeah,
10 speed in that one.
So it's revised suspension. So it's a legit ST car, ST vehicle.
Yeah,
not a car.
I mean, the whole thing that people are complaining about is, it's brand dilution, but it's like exactly what you're saying. People are going to think this is, sporty, and someone that maybe wouldn't have bought a sporty car before might buy this just because of the way it's marketed as an ST. So
yeah, I mean, think about the people that have kids or like they need them for some odd reason. They need the room and they still want to drive a sport SUV. So, and Ford is saying, don't buy BMW or
like an X5M
or something like that. We have what you need, fam.
Come over to the blue side. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Ford did also a couple other unveilings. They had like a Transit Connect wagon with a diesel. That was pretty unique. The United States market doesn't usually get to see stuff like that, so that was cool. And then they had a couple different variants of the EcoSport there.
Yeah.
I'm personally not a huge fan of that compact crossover kind of weird market. I didn't know prior to seeing the car there that the back door is actually a barn door. It's not a hatch.
No, it's pretty cool.
That was weird to me. But then again, same thing, like consumerism. I see the market with this car. It's a very small but practical, fuel-efficient vehicle. So
you know how they say it's a CUV?
Yeah.
It stands for chick utility vehicle.
Not crossover utility vehicle. No. You got to get that right.
Yeah, the other cool thing Ford had was the Ranger.
Yes, I completely forgot about that, actually.
Yeah. So they released the Ranger. We went there during press release, so we were able to sit in it, and like a lot of these cars were actually locked up during the normal...
When it was open to the public, yeah.
When it was open to the public. So new Edge ST was open, and it was pretty good. Inside was good, and then Ranger was... I mean, it's a truck, so,
It's not going to have the same luxuries as a car, but it's still good build quality for a pickup truck.
One thing I realized, it was kind of tight inside. Yep. You know how big it was? It was a little tight, but I think overall it's pretty cool.
You want a bigger truck? Get an F-150.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But, that's really cool, and something to touch on with that, because I know there's not a whole lot of information behind this, is, Ford is releasing their Ranger Raptor in other parts of the world, and obviously it's going to have a twin-turbo diesel engine in the other parts of the world. I can't wait to see if we get that and what it's going to be powered by here. I'm a strong believer that, the F-150 Raptor is such a success, so we'll probably get the Ranger Raptor. What it's going to be powered by, who knows? I bet it would probably be that same 2.7 that they've got in the F-150 and the Edge ST there. So, hopefully that's not too far away. That's something I'd love to see, because I think that's a cool little market, is like these ultra-capable pickup trucks, and something like that's a smaller truck.
Yeah, I mean, Tacoma, TRD, Chevy ZR2, they're doing great in the market, and they're holding up their value as well.
Yep.
So those are if you look up the depreciation, resale, they're winning they're winning the entire thing.
It makes you wonder if Dodge is going to look at bringing back like a Dakota or something like that, because Dodge is the odd man out now. Ford's got the Ranger, Chevy's got the Colorado.
Bring the Dakota and put the Hellcat engine in. I dare you.
Hellcat, all of the things. I'm still waiting on a real Hellcat Ram too.
Yeah.
Trackhawk, what is that? The Truck Hawk? Would that be? The Haul Hawk?
Ram Hawk.
Yeah, I don't know. Come on, Dodge, do it.
Do it.
You won't.
The other thing, Chevy had the ZR1 in there, the convertible.
An automatic convertible.
Yeah, so that's the first ever, automatic convertible ZR1.
Just like they did with the Z06 of this generation.
Yeah, and it was very cool. It had the carbon package. It was this orange special.
It was a special orange color, and then it had the big wing on it, and then it also had all of the carbon fiber bits and everything like that. So it was pretty much a fully optioned car. But man, that car was striking in person. It was one of the ones where it was kind of like in front, so you walk in there and your eyes are drawn to that, Yeah. So you definitely want to check it out. That was cool.
You can't see out of it when you have the sun visor on and then the hump on the engine.
You've got maybe less than a foot of vision space out the windshield between the top of the windshield and the hood bulge.
Who needs to see it?
Yeah, when you have 700 something horsepower, it doesn't matter.
Chevy had their 1500 Silverado with a Z71 package, which was riding 1 inch taller than rest of it. It was really nice optioned out vehicle as well. So let's...
Oh, wait. Let's hit them with my WTF option there. They have a Traverse RS, which is apparently a new thing. It's basically a Traverse with big-ass black wheels, black Chevy bow ties, and some random pinstriping and fancy-looking seats.
And it has the 2.0 turbo in it.
Because when you're hauling your family around in your third or SUV, you want to rep that RS badge. Not Ford Focus RS, but Chevy RS for really special.
Really special.
Anyways.
I think it was the same thing at their Black Edition, whatever they were doing. So.
Yeah, Nissan's got their Midnight Edition. Yeah. Everybody's got an edition where they paint your emblems black and give you some cool black wheels, because that's what soccer moms are after nowadays.
Yeah. VW released their new CC replacement.
Yes, the Arteon.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that wrong because I'm not Volkswagen, but something like that. What did you think of that car?
It was a good-looking car. It was a good-looking GT car. Let me put it that way.
My thing is, with vehicles like that, it slots itself into a very hard-to-sell place, because obviously pricing is more premium than would be like a Jetta or a Passat.
Yeah.
But the market for somebody spending that kind of money on a Volkswagen and not an Audi is a very, very niche market. So
yeah, I don't know what you would be getting that for. But and also the one thing I like the hood, the way it opens up. It's very cool. They're using a really cool mechanical linkages, but the weird thing was that it was kind of over fender.
The fender was basically I'm not exaggerating here, about that much, and it was that wide, because the hood overhangs onto the fenders there. So it's a very weird design.
And I asked why. And the rep over there said...
He shrugged his shoulders.
No, he said that to save weight. And I'm like, what? Yeah, You're saving weight, having a really tiny fender, but you have this huge
heavy hood. Yeah.
I didn't get it, but...
Only going to come with a 2.0. I believe it's more similar to the Golf R 2.0 rather than the GTI one, because I said 268 horsepower, so... It's got to be tuned up a little bit, or maybe some more fueling, or a different turbo, or something like that. So power's not too bad. I mean, obviously they're not expecting.
Interior was really nice. It had the digital cluster that was on the.
It looked kind of like the Mark 7.5 GTI interior, very very similar to that. But good replacement for the CC. And the weird thing about this car, obviously too, is it's a hatchback rather than the CC being a regular sedan.
Yeah, this is a GT.
So yeah, it's a kind of Grand Touring car with the weird little hatch. But neat car. I don't know if it'll be a very popular seller, but. It's cool to see Volkswagen kind of keeping that style of car alive, because they already have cars that are
I guess that
similar.
would be their large sedan. So you have the compact sedan as a Jetta, mid-size Passat, and then full size, not large. Full size would be... It's weird.
Yeah.
Sure. Kudos to you, VW. But let's... I don't think there was anything else with the VW... Mark 7.5 Golf
they
R.
had all the
GTI
Mark 7.5 Golfs, the All-Track, the GTI, the Golf R. Cool to see the facelift there. Nothing huge and drastic with that.
No.
United States gets screwed with that, because all over the rest of the world you can get a GTI with the full digital cluster. Guess what? In America, you can only get that in a Golf R. So unless you're spending $7,000 on your Golf, you don't get the cool display.
And also, you don't get the in Europe you have that multi-port fuel injection and direct injection. In the United States, you only get the direct injection. So
yeah, so Volkswagen again still giving the U.S. market the more watered down version of all their cars.
So let's move on to BMW. They didn't have much, so let's skip that. And then Audi, they had the RS5.
Yes,
the new RS5 was there.
Media was losing their minds over it, man. These people are photographing the car, trying to look at every single inch of it. The rep didn't really have much to say about it.
They said nothing has been confirmed yet, but speculations are that it's going to have the same S4 engine in it, 3.0 twin turbo. So I would say that the power levels are going to be same as the S4, just like previously. My favorite car of all Audis is the RS7.
Yeah.
And I got to sit in it. I was very happy. It's an amazing car. I wish I can own it one day. And it's on the list.
Come on, subscribe to us. Onder needs to own this RS7.
RS7, give me RS7. I don't know. Let's move on to anything else.
What else do I want to touch on?
Jaguar was there with their brand new wagon they're bringing.
Oh yeah, they had the what is that called? Sport Brake. The Sport Brake wagon. That thing was pretty cool looking. So another one of those very, very niche vehicles. I don't know how many you'll see on the road, but I think it's badass that a manufacturer can offer a car like that and still expect somebody out there to buy it.
I don't know if I was in the market for like a BMW, Audi, or Mercedes, and there's an option for a Jaguar, I would go check it out.
That is the only way to buy a Jaguar, is brand new with a warranty.
Brand new.
Oh yeah, I mean a couple other final vehicles I wanted to touch on. Alfa Romeo had a pretty nice showing as usual. The Giulia.
They had their
car.
SUV.
Yep.
The new SUV they're coming out in April. I think you can start ordering it.
Yeah, apparently they're doing a top of the line version, just like they have with the Giulia. That's going to have the same twin turbo engine, and all-wheel drive and all that. So it's going to be one hell of an SUV.
Sweet SUV, yeah. If it's so, there's a classification of SUV, which stands for super SUV, that includes like cars like Chevy Blazer. I mean Trailblazer SS
starts with that,
yeah, and then goes all the way to Porsche Cayenne Turbo.
Yeah. And everything in between, you got your Cherokee SRTs and your AMG SUVs, your M SUVs. But yeah, so that's a neat area. I always think it's cool that you have something that's got the utility to haul your family around. You could tow stuff around, and you can smoke cars on the street, and nobody knows what hit them. So that's always a neat market there.
Oh, by the way, Mitsubishi is still around.
Yeah, they're still there. They had like a Ford Model A that was powered by Model T that was powered by a Mitsubishi drivetrain, because when you don't have anything else to show you, put your components into a car. They have
the new Eclipse crossover.
Oh yeah, that was
it was interesting. Oh, by the way, Subaru released their 50th anniversary lineup with their special colors, which is an amazing color. I like that blue. One thing I would complain is the seat. Don't say. I mean, it's a
let's paint all of our cars the same color and throw the covers on them and make them seem special. Anyways, cool, good for Subaru.
Yeah,
50 years.
The seats are kind of awkward, but it's cool. It's cool that Subaru's been around for 50 years and bringing all the cool cars that blows up transmission and engines and transfer case.
Oh, they're trying, man. They're trying.
No,
I kid, but not really.
Yeah. I don't know. There was Demon was there. They had the Demon, and one cool thing, Dodge lost their spot on Chicago Auto Show. They used to have this 0 to 45 to 0 test area, and then they had like a little bit of drive, like showing how quiet their inside their cabin is and all that stuff.
I figured out why they lost that. Because, they've had it the last couple of years where they have, the SRTs or whatever do a pull.
4 years that I've been to.
They do a pull and they break. The other manufacturers complained.
Oh.
Their reps couldn't talk to people that were attending. They couldn't hold their press release and stuff like that. They were too busy competing with Dodge's noise all the time. Oh, wow. So they wouldn't let Dodge do it this year, those pulls.
So what Dodge did, they put two Dodge Demons right next to each other with a big screen that you can drag race it on the screen, but the cars had hydraulic suspension where
they actually wheelie,
wheelie and all that. It was very cool.
You put the car in the staging mode, slap the paddles around it. It was pretty neat. Definitely a gimmicky thing, but cool for them to bring it there, and it was still making a ton of noise. So they didn't learn their lesson, I guess. They're like, watch what we'll do.
Toyota had that, and they were...
Have you ever wanted to have a J-turn in a Camry?
Oh, boy.
They rip you down a ramp, throw the wheel and spin a Camry and a J-turn in the Camry experience. So if you want to know all about that 300 plus horsepower Camry, it's a cool car, so they say.
Yeah, as soon as I walked into that area, it smelled like brake. So
It reeked.
yeah, they were doing a great job.
Yeah.
Also, I think Kia had their own kind of like Jeep kind of section.
They were showing us features in the Sportage that have been around in cars probably since like '08. They're like, check out the blind spot, check out the backup camera, check out the front parking assist. I'm like, whoa, guys, you gotta calm down there. But it was still cool for them to demo their stuff for people that don't really have any kind of reputation of the Kia brand. I think it was a good way to get people into the Kias and be like, wow, this is actually a pretty nice car. It's got some pretty modern features. You got to check it out that way. You know, I think that was the point of it. So I'm not making fun of you, Kia. That was just my take on it.
Oh, Kia Stinger was there.
Kia Stinger was there. After seeing the car all over the internet with people reviewing it and seeing it last year at the auto show as more of a concept, I'm kind of over it finally. It's a beautiful, stunning car. Seeing it up close, the build quality interior, you know, there's some cost cutting on certain switches and the seats and things like that, but cool car.
I mean, it's not as nice as any Audi or BMW.
But it costs significantly less.
But yeah.
And it's a real performer, I've actually heard. I'd love to get behind the wheel and drive one. Different magazines and reviewers have said that, you know, the car actually holds up to its name. It's engaging to drive, it's fun, and it's sporty. It'd be neat to see if they ever offer the manual, although I doubt they will, just because of the kind of classic car that is. But
I mean, not with the all-wheel drive transmission. Nobody almost offers with all-wheel drive.
Everybody says the version of that car to get, though, is the rear-wheel drive model. They say you have a lot more fun driving it. The car responds better, obviously, because of the less weight.
Get the tail end out.
Yep. Get the tail end out that way. I'm trying to think, you know, we kind of had like a little highlighted list of what we wanted to go over for this year, but I think that kind of covers it from a high end. If you guys were at the Chicago Auto Show, definitely let us know in the comments below, and if there's something we missed, you know, we could always do an in-depth video on it. Or if there's something that we talked about that you have questions about that you want us to cover more, definitely let us know.
Yeah, we were able to go in and talk to a lot of reps and then get more information about it. And check out our next video. We're going to talk about some goodness from Mazda coming out and their new Mazda 6 and new Mazda 3.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for this one. I'm Mike.
And I'm Onder. Thanks for watching. Kudos to all.
Catch you in the next one.